EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us north of the border in the beautiful city of Toronto, Canada. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Condors of Buenos Aires taking on our home team.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Right back to him on first down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Quinnen Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends. And
touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Tigers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. Another one caught by Collins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll set up a throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
They'll look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! Isaiah Pacheco. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Condors' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on this. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Fields. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Here we go.
Here we go on 4th down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here we go.
2nd down and 4.
Go.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
He'll drop to throw.
Looking deep here for Chase.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so So they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Back to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Fields going to hurry his guys to the line.
Throwing on 2nd down.
Fields.
Flushed out right.
Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Patrick Queen.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Pacheco.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 1st down, it's Fields. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
34 yards to gain that time, another 1st down.
Like my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Flush to his right.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Justin Fields with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Tigers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Yeah, looks like they'll move things around here. They go play action here on first down. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man Chase complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that block.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Condors have taken the lead here in this third quarter. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go, his first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. Here's Pacheco. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That was a huge play on third down. So now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got him, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Fields. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Fields now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Fields. This is caught. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Tigers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. And that big 4th quarter return, Charles, makes this a 1-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 5.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Back to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's back to throw. Steps away.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4.
They'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Touchdown! It's the fullback. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Condors have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Tigers 21. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Back to throw, Fields.
And that's caught inside the 30. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
Well, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Here's 2nd down.
He'll look to throw.
He'll drop this off to Pacheco.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
They'll look to throw again. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to potentially send us to overtime. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
All eyes on Fields. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind him in a big way.
They get that extra extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
That first down there on a pickup at 25. Down, they'll go to the ground attack. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
This drive is turning to an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Being chased out left. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Here's Fields. Flushed out right. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at in the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense.